in my little present shop.
Hey guys, welcome back to another vlog. It is Saturday the 21st of December, so it's almost time for our Christmas party, which is on a Monday, so in 2 days. I went to the shops this morning just to pick up a few last minute things. I also picked up this plant from my dad's, like, he has like this little nursery at the back. But I picked up this really beautiful pot from Target so we could make up a gift. I think just like giving plants is a really beautiful way to give somebody something, because I don't know, who doesn't love plants? And so I'm gonna have to like neaten this up. It's a bit scratchy, but we'll fix that one up. So I thought I would do that with you guys. And yeah, basically start the vlog because it is 4 o'clock, but I wanted to bake cookies tonight and do a few things like organize toys and yeah, just do a little bit more prep for Christmas. Prep a few food things because some of the meals that I'm going to be making are like things that you have to prepare in advance.
It was the night before Christmas. I was closing down for business in my...
So whilst I have the opportunity, I'm actually going to sort through Theodore's toys. That way it can be all organized before Christmas, because a lot more toys do come into the household. As much as I can avoid it, they just tend to creep in. So I'm just doing that and doing the toy rotation as well. So I'm switching over our main basket with a few new toys just to occupy Theo and change things up a bit. I actually haven't done this in such a long time and I wanted to do it weekly, but it's been 3 months, guys, not gonna lie.
From now on, yes, from this Christmas.
So I really wanted to bake cookies. This was on like my Christmas bucket list, and Elfie brought some new cookie cutters. But guys, funny thing was I actually forgot to use the cookie cutters. I actually ended up rolling them into balls, and I think I'm gonna make a new batch because I really want to test out the cookie cutters, but just force of habit. So I'm using brown sugar, white sugar, a pinch of salt and a teaspoon of baking soda. I'm also using oat flour for this recipe, 2 tablespoons of oil and some vegan choc chips. But I will link the recipe down below if you want to check it out, because I may have missed something. But you basically mix the dry ingredients and then you mix in the wet ingredients and you like manipulate the dough. I also popped the dough into the fridge for 2 hours before I decided to roll it and bake it, and that way it was easier to like mold. And then once that is all done, I popped it in the oven for 20 minutes and then I let it cool. So when I actually pulled it out of the oven, they were still soft, but they, like, as they cool, they go hard. So yeah, they were actually amazing cookies. I'm not gonna lie, they're not the healthiest, they're a bit naughty, but it is Christmas time and we don't usually eat like this, so gonna take advantage of it. What are you doing? You are so funny. It's just flying. Ready? Whee! So it is the next day now. I decided to film this over 2 days because just life gets in the way when it's Christmas time, and I woke up feeling like I needed to declutter. So I opened a cupboard and decided to tackle my tea cupboard. I love tea, so this does get out of hand and it just like was really crowded. It was all over the bench, so I'm taking most packages out and like putting the contents in jars, and just to like make more space basically. But I didn't have enough jars, otherwise I would have done all of them. So I definitely like recommend saving your jars and recycling them because they make great storage, especially the pretty jars. Like I love the jars with the black lids, and I just take the labels off. Because I ran out of jars, I just used a container and I cut this label out and stuck it on the container. That way I knew exactly what this tea was. I knew what the other tea was. It was just green tea, so I didn't bother putting a label on it because I drink so much green tea. But with this one, we don't drink it as much, so that's why I put the label on. And I just used normal sticky tape, but I doubled it over to kind of make it like double-sided sticky tape. That's a little hack if you ever need double-sided. You just like fold it on itself so it sticks. And yeah, that is all sorted. I am so grateful that it's finished because oh my gosh, it was overwhelming. So today I wanted to do a whole heap of baking in preparation to Christmas. So right now I'm actually taking the thickened cream out of the can and popping it in a container because this is going to sit in the fridge for 24 hours, and this is going to be the cream for our trifle that I'm going to be making. So I'm going to do the preparation of the trifle in this video, and then you'll see the finished results in the next video. Guys, I've already eaten it by the time I'm filming, like doing this voiceover, but it was amazing, and I will link the recipe in the description box down below so you can try it out. It was super easy, and I did modify it a little bit. I added a raspberry vegan jelly to mine, but the recipe doesn't call for that, and I did order that online. So if you don't have that on hand, don't worry about it because I'm sure it will be just as good. I also cheated a little bit and made my cake through a cake mix just because I'm lazy, and I use this Betty Crocker cake mix, which again, I really like the Betty Crocker cake mix. It's not the healthiest option, so I'm gonna be honest with you, but it does taste delicious, and it's a perfect treat if you want to like wow somebody with a vegan meal, because I feel like vegan meals get the stereotype that vegans just kind of eat like rabbit food and lettuce and stuff, but I love using Christmas as the opportunity to introduce people to veganism because it's not just greens, and like if you want to be healthy, definitely steer towards that. But yeah, it's really cool to like introduce people to a more plant-based lifestyle. So I'm just following the cake mix recipe guide on the back. However, I am substituting my eggs for flaxseed eggs. You can get these at pretty much any local grocery store or health food store, and it's basically 1 tablespoon of flaxseed to 2 tablespoons of water, and I have 3 like flaxseed eggs worth in that bowl there. So yeah, just FYI. And of course, Theodore is obsessed with eating the cake mix. Mix, mix, mix. Mix, mix, mix. I actually ended up using the beater to beat this because it was just too hard to like do it by hand. And I'm just going to be popping it into, I think it was a 25 centimeter cake tin, and baking that for 1 hour. Again, I just followed the instructions on the box, so I'm sure you can use any cake mix that you have, but yeah. Show the vlog your shoes. Ooh, scandalous. Theo, do yours. Point. Woohoo! Okay, so this raspberry mixture is preparation for the trifle. So I just use 130 grams of raspberries and 1/3 of a cup of brown sugar, and I'm going to be mixing that until the raspberries become quite glossy. So this mixture I'm going to set in the fridge overnight. That way I can pull it out and it be ready to prep for the morning when I do make the trifle. And I'm also making a chocolate raspberry pie. So I actually made up this biscuit base. It's pretty simple. I just got vegan Scotch finger biscuits and I grinded them in the blender before I added any wet mixture. That way they were all blended up. And now I'm going to be adding 1/3 of a cup of brown sugar and 1/4 of a cup of butter. So yeah, I'm just combining all the ingredients and I'm going to be putting the dough mixture in a tart bowl. And then I'm going to refrigerate that for 2 hours. So yeah, so easy and it actually tastes amazing, guys. But you can do it with like any biscuits. I was going to do it with arrowroot biscuits, but our local shop had them all sold out. So I just used the Scotch finger biscuits, and yeah, these are also gluten-free as well for those who prefer a gluten-free base. So can't go wrong with that. Also decided to make a chocolate Oreo cheesecake, which I didn't film, but here I am actually putting it in the oven in a water bath. So if you do want to see a vegan recipe for that, I will link it in the description box, but I will film one if you do want to see it, because guys, I'm definitely making more of them. It was amazing and highly recommend it. But now I'm just making the chocolate pudding mixture. I'm just using a packaged mix. Again, I got this off the cruelty-free site, but I'm just stirring cold milk in with the packet and letting that sit for a bit, and then I'm going to put it into the cooled tart base and then top it with raspberries and icing sugar. And this is such a simple recipe, but it looks amazing and it looks like you put a lot of effort into it. So highly recommend that one if you like are short on time. And yeah, now I'm just packing up toys because I feel like at Christmas time things just tend to get everywhere and so messy. So I'm just trying to like clean as I go and stay on top of things. I did already clean the kitchen, but yeah, didn't really have the chance to film it, but that's okay because Christmas time is crazy. So on this day we decided to do some artwork for Theodore's room. So we're just going to be using watercolors to paint it, and right now we're just drawing out the outlines so we can get it right. What's going on with your nappy?
And let's begin.
Say hi.
Big red card trick. What shall we do today?
Ew, don't lick it.
There are so many.
But I really hope you enjoyed this video and found some Christmas motivation. And if you do want to see more like this, definitely check out my Instagram because I am doing like behind the scenes stuff, and subscribe to my channel to see more motivating videos and more Christmas videos. And yeah, have a great one. Bye guys.